Okay, so I just want to have a quick conversation. I just want to talk about something for a second. Because do you notice how a lot of these younger generation of kids who are coming from parents who are well to do, they're established financially, they got money to burn. Or sometimes you may have a parent that's just may not have money to burn, but they just may be well off. So their kids can never be told no. So they're given a lifestyle to where the kid is in comfort and they're used to getting things. But how does that work when you have someone who's used to getting things now getting into a situation to where they're getting in trouble? And when they get in trouble, they're responding to getting in trouble as if I should not be in trouble, even though I'm doing the wrong thing, even though what I'm doing is wrong. I shouldn't be pulled over. I shouldn't be held accountable. I shouldn't be in trouble. You should just send me on my way. Look who I am. And it's just getting to the point to where we have to ask ourselves. Now, you know what? Let me just talk to our people, our culture, Black Americans. Let me ask us this. When we have situations like this, are we telling our kids, hey, I went to jail. It was wrong. I made a mistake. Don't go down that road. Are we telling our kids, yeah, I robbed people. Yeah, I did drugs. Yeah, I sold drugs. I came through it. And yes, we may be in a better position now to where I can do more for you. I don't have to do that stuff anymore. Or go back in that position. Are we telling our kids that? But then again, are we contradicting what we're telling them? Because you can't tell a child, hey, don't go to jail. That ain't the way to get your rep up. That ain't the way to get your street credits up. Going to jail is not the way. But yet, you are making a rap album talking about going to jail and glorifying going to jail. You're making an album about doing drugs. You're making an album about disrespecting women or disrespecting other guys or out here beating people up. Like you're telling your kids one thing, but yet your actions are definitely saying something else about your lifestyle. So when your kids do stuff like this, do you ever stop to think like, man, I contradicted myself? So the fact that my child is now in this situation, and do you get mad at the child like, so why would you do that? I told you not to do that. I told you that's not the way to live. That's not how to go about your business. But yet if your child is still doing those things because you're telling them one thing, but you're contradicting yourself and glorifying those things for profit. So where's the balance there? Where is the real line of accountability for the kids and the real line of accountability for you as the parent? That you don't want your child to go down those lines, and you want them to understand that there are consequences behind this. It's not simply like, oh, okay, I'm going to come get you. You're good. I'm a celebrity. They're going to give you a pass. Because now they're really not giving these celebrities a pass. Especially ones that look like us. They're not getting a pass like they think they are. Now, some of them probably might. But just think about that for a second and how that looks and how that actually plays out. Because it's easy to sit and say one thing when you're in front of TV cameras or when you're in front of other people. But what happens when that situation goes completely sideways and your child is now in a situation that they cannot get out of? You understand what I'm saying? Because we're just getting to the point to where a lot of this stuff that's being done, we're not seeing accountability from the kids. We're not seeing the kids be accountable or really have a true understanding of what they're doing. And let's look at T.I.'s son. Now, granted, that's his son. However they raise their kids, they raise their kids. But when you just listen to him, listen to how he talks. In his mind, this is a money-making situation. That's how they see it. That's why I was so mad at Chris Rock and Will Smith, because sometimes it's bigger than you. Sometimes it's bigger than your emotions. It's bigger than your thoughts. It's bigger than what you feel. Especially when you're in the limelight and you're a celebrity, you have to understand that whether you want to be a role model or mentor or not, because of your position, because of your status, you are. People do look up to you. People do see you and they think to themselves, oh, it's okay to behave this way. He's rich, she's rich, he's famous, she's famous. So it's okay to do stuff like this. It's okay to act out and act crazy. It's okay to disrespect people. And I wish that Chris Rock and Will Smith could have came to a common ground and really handled that situation a whole lot better. And just say, like, we don't want our other black men seeing that this is how you handle things. And it's the same thing. We see a lot of young women imitating stuff they see on these reality TV shows. Because they make it seem like this is black culture. This is how black people interact. So I just wonder, like, you know, because it's really sad. And to look at T.I.'s son and just the way he's going about this whole thing, it's just crazy. And I wasn't going to say nothing, but then I turned on the TV and Housewives of Atlanta was on, and Nene was talking to her son, and she was telling him how she gives him everything, and he was talking about he got a curfew, but he went and got arrested. And it's like, where is the accountability? And where is the responsibility? Like, when you're profiting from something, but if what you're profiting on is creating a sense of, you know, okay, yeah, it's okay to go out here and go to jail as long as I can make money from it on the back end. And I think that's how a lot of these young people are looking at it. Like, going to jail is cool. No, it's not. Shout out to Ludacris, man. I think it was his song God of War. When he really did say, like, he's not, you know, he's not about that walk. And he was talking about going to jail. Like, he's not about that walk. He never spent a day in his life. Like, shout out to him for being one of these rappers, one of the very few that actually doesn't promote that. And doesn't, you know, portray that lifestyle as the way you have to go about in order to be successful. Shout out to him, man. Like, that's because it's just crazy, but that just seems to be where it comes from. So that was just on my mind. Like, I know people got their own views and opinions of it, but I just think, like, if you have a lot of money and you can give your child whatever they want, at a certain point, you got to make sure that you're not contradicting what you're telling them what is right and wrong. But then again, if you can make money off of it, glorifying it. And that's what it just appears to me. Like I said, this is just my personal opinion. So, y'all let me know y'all thoughts, man. Y'all drop something down below. Share y'all thoughts. Let me know what you think. Definitely want to hear, because I want to know what y'all think about it. Do you agree? Disagree? What you think? And don't forget, I'm going to start doing more of these videos. So please like, subscribe. Alright? Simple Straight Talk is back.